football getting that big game treatment in Regina tonight as first place teams are set to battle at Mosaic. It's the second and final meeting of the season between the Alouettes and the Riders. Montreal winning the first one, and they've won 3 in a row coming into tonight. The Riders have just 1 win in their last 5, but they get QB1 back this evening.
Yes, they do. He is back. Trevor Harris went down in week 3 after a great start to the season. In fact, in his first 2 games, he threw for almost 700 yards. The Riders started 3-0. He is back after missing 6 starts and is 6-2 as the Riders starting quarterback. Cody Fajardo makes his return to Regina, but not as the starter tonight. His hamstring is close, and he will back up Davis Alexander out of Portland State. Alexander was number 3 on the depth chart just 3 weeks ago, but he's led the Owls to 3 straight wins and is 2-0 as the starter.
Everybody in the league is looking way up in the standings at Jason Moss and that 81 record. Perfect on the road so far this season. That's very impressive. 4-0. Corey Mace on the other side. 3-1 at home, as I mentioned, in their last 5. 1-3-1. Yes, the tie, of course, that they're coming in off last week. These 2 teams played in week 8. Riders had a lead, let it slip, lost 20-16 in Montreal. Tonight, we do it here in Regina, and we are underway at Mosaic. Mario Alford takes it on the far side, finds a little bit of space, and a nice return just shy of the 45.
Well, Trevor Harris is 3-0 officially as the starter in Saskatchewan this year. That's when he went down in that Toronto game or in Hamilton, and then the Toronto game was Shea Patterson's from then out. He's completed 72% of his passes, has missed 70% of his possible start opportunities here in Saskatchewan through some bad luck in the last 2 years straight. But he's back in the lineup, feeling good and ready to go.
8-4 in his career against the Alouettes. A.J. Ouellette also back in the line, takes the handoff outside to Picton. And Picton will hang on to that ball as the Alouettes try to slide in and strip it away.
And it's good timing if you're a Rider fan to see the veteran QB1 back in the lineup because of the defense he's facing in Montreal. They give you all kinds of looks. They've been one of the top defenses in the league. One of the reasons they're 8-1 on the season and haven't lost on the road. That defense gives you a lot of looks. But Trevor Harris has seen a little bit of everything throughout his career. He's ready.
They need 2 more yards here. And they'll give it to A.J. Ouellette. He's got 2, and he's got some more. Down just inside the 45, and a nice start for the 2 guys who've returned to the lineup. He's been out for 3 weeks.
Yes, he has, and in fact, I would suggest he wasn't completely healthy from the very beginning of the season, but he is now. And a balanced attack, as Matt Dunnigan talked about in the pregame show, so important against this style of defense. They run a lot of show blitz. They line the line of scrimmage, fill it up, and then drop out of there. And A.J. Ouellette in a good running game can really help this Rider offense.
They work from the Montreal 44. Flags on the play here. Harris over the middle, has a completion down inside the 25.
Oh, and then there's the accuracy. I mentioned the completion percentage, right? And this is Trevor Harris.
Montreal number 5. That penalty's decline. Result of the plays at first down.
See how tight that window was that he just fit the ball in? That's Beverett, one of the best defensive, if not the best defensive player in the league. He was on the inside, and Wesley Sutton, the DB, on the outside, and he just fit it right in there nicely.
Dante Myers picks up where he left off last week. 101 yards and 8 catches in his debut in the Canadian Football League. Riders marching 3 plays, and they're down to the Montreal 22. Back to Ouellette's, trying to find some space. Nowhere to go. Beverett wraps him up.
Next man up's been the key for the O-line of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. At right tackle, Jamarcus Hardrick started. Jacob Brammer played. Brandon Council played. And now it's Logan Furlan's 2nd straight game. He bumps up from guard. Nick Jones is a rookie, plays his 2nd game. Zach Fry plays his 2nd game at the other guard. All kinds of changes. And there's Ouellette back in the lineup after missing a couple of games.
3 touchdowns now over 400 yards in the season. In his first year with the Riders, A.J. Ouellette. 2nd and 10. Harris tried to dump it off to his running back, but he could not get there. Tackle was made, broken up. And the Riders drive down to the 22, but will end up having to settle for a Brett Lothar field goal attempt. He's at 78.6% on the season. But some big chunks.
Yeah, and you just saw a little bit of what Trevor Harris brings. Quick release, good accuracy. Very good opening drive for the Riders. Starting quarterback in his return.
30 yards for Lothar. That is up, and he blows it wide right. He misses from 30. And they'll have to settle for one. Lothar put it up. Put it right. Saskatchewan on the board first. Well, I think it's fair to say the Riders know all about Davis Alexander, don't they?
Well, this is when coaches tell you to be ready, be prepared, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come up. This is what they mean. He was number 3 weeks ago. Got into that game against Saskatchewan, started 12 for 12. Just slinging it, 3 touchdown drives, and has led the Owls to 3 straight wins. Is 2-0 as their starter. He took over for Caleb Evans in that Rider game.
The start on the ground. Roland Milligan was there to make the tackle.
Portland State product. Real nice completion percentage rate. But you look at that touchdown to interceptions. Most young quarterbacks struggle with that category, the TD to interception ratio. But 5-1 is excellent.
Oh, he settled in nicely. He got 3 yards to Fletcher. They'll need 7 more here from the Montreal 43. 4 options out to his wide side right here. That's where he looks first. Thought about it. Now on the run has a man. First down, Montreal. As he gets it to Nate Bahar, and he's got a first down for his first catch.
Excuse me. Here we go. Nate Bahar is that wideout, and he's in there for Tyson Philpott. We'll get to the starting lineups for Montreal in a second, but Nate Bahar we know well, former Ottawa Red Black. Veteran receiver in the league, play a lot of different spots.
Now from the 52, takes the handoff, now tosses it ahead. Fletcher's got some blocking. He's tracked down from behind by Carney. But that's a first down for the Alouettes.
Justin Lawrence is going to help out up front, I think, with both guards on trying to control Micah Johnson, who's off to a great start to this campaign at 35 years old. So we'll get to Micah in a second. And Charleston Rambo, I mentioned Tyson Philpott out of the lineup. Rambo had a big game last week against Hamilton, over 100 yards and a couple of scores. They're going to really lean on him with Philpott out.
Rambo's got 4 touchdowns in his last 4 games. Pressure coming this time. Alexander throws it at the feet of his offensive line. And there's a flag out on the play. Was this intentional grounding?
Well, if the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, it doesn't have to have a receiver anywhere in the area, but if it's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, there has to be a receiver close by, or else it's intentional grounding.
Was Fletcher somewhere in the mix there with the O-line? Is that the discussion?
It looks like Davis Alexander may be making that argument.
It definitely was well behind the line of scrimmage.
There is no infraction for grounding. Montreal number 25 was 2 yards away from where the ball landed.
Fletcher was there. 2nd and 10. Crowd here already not liking the call. God, I love to see a fired up Mosaic 5.5 minutes into a football game. Alexander this time looks to his left. That's where he throws. And that is too high, looking for Charleston Rambo. But no chance he could make a play on that one. That'll be 3rd and 10.
What a game for Rambo, a rookie who would have worked along with Davis Alexander while they were going through camp. I mean, Alexander's been around a few years, but has been that backup guy running scout team and 3rd team, as I mentioned. So he would have worked with the rookie receivers a ton. And they had some chemistry last week.
Zima Annual stand and let this fly from that Mosaic logo. Throws it into the corner. And that one is going to be marked out. Up at the 23 and a flag because it's outside of the 20. So real nice field position coming down the pipe here for Trevor Harris, who looked good on his first game action in his career. Only man he's behind the former Rider, Cody Fajardo, who's on the sideline with Montreal tonight. Not a bad list. Look who's number 3 there, Steve.
Yeah, just, you know, that's pretty impressive when you're up in the 70s, and you know, that's all time. That's career and CFL history.
Trevor was 72.2% pre-injury this year. After the penalty and the kick, just a 14-yard net swing in field position. A.J. Ouellette starts on the ground. And another pretty good first down pickup for the Riders with the run.
Yeah, you take a look at trying to find the key or the answer to this defense, because it is so strong. I mean, led up front by Mustafa Johnson, who leads their team in sacks. But they will give you a lot of show blitz, a lot of different looks. And they have maybe, arguably, the best defensive player in the game right now in Tyrese Beverette.
A 2nd and 5 for Harris. Montreal's going to bring some pressure. And that pressure ended up deflecting the pass, and it falls incomplete, directed towards Sean Bain.
Well, that's what we do. Like the panel talked about, we've got 2 outstanding defenses on the field here tonight. I mean, they are 1 and 2 in takeaways, and they just make plays. This is a halfback blitz from Wesley Sutton coming off the edge. Noel Thorpe will throw a lot of different looks at you. You're not sure who's blitzing, who's not.
Korjak called into duty here for the Riders. Good kick here. Backs. Etcher up, 54-yard kick. And he's hammered down just shy of the 30. Aubrey Miller lowering the boom that time. Montreal and Alexander about to get the ball back.
Is the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach of the team now, and Anthony Calvillo up in the spotters booth helping Davis Alexander execute the offense.
Offense begins here on their own 28. Dumps it off far side, pushing ahead his running back, and a pretty good pickup on first down against this Riders D.
Mentioned 35-year-old Micah Johnson. I think he's having another all-star season as we approach the midway point here. 1 quarterback sack versus Montreal a few weeks back, and leads the team with 5 so far in that front 4. They get Jameer Thurman back in the linebacking core. He missed their last game, and back in the secondary, it's 1 and 1-8 tonight. Tyrese Beverette for Montreal. Roland Milligan for Saskatchewan. 1 and 2, and you can make an argument either way for those two guys.
That's a debate that could go on for a long, long time. Milligan's numbers this year are ridiculous. He's got 6 interceptions, 10 knockdowns, on pace to set a record, 43 tackles, 13 special teams tackles. He's doing it all. He's literally doing it all at a high level.
And the interceptions and knockdowns lead the league, of course. Yeah, just wow. What a year.
Handed off to Fletcher. And Thurman meets him just beyond the line of scrimmage.
So Micah Johnson, I just mentioned at 35, having an all-star season. Jameer Thurman can make this tackle because of the play of the guy in front of him. Look at him take on 3 blocks. He takes on 3 guys. He eats up all those blocks, and Jameer Thurman says, thank you, none of them can block me now. I'm going to go make the tackle. That's what you want those interior D linemen to do. Eat up the blocks and let your linebacker straight to the play.
They need 8 more. Alexander pressured, wrapped up, and taken down. Johnson, Carney, both there for the Riders D.
So I mentioned off the top about Justin Lawrence and having to help. He's going to have to help on Micah Johnson tonight because of the season he's having. He's up there at that 3-point stance, coming out of the track stance. Here he comes now. He's going to work on the guard. He goes into the tackle. He's going to need some help from the center. You see Lawrence? He's too late to get there. Now he takes the outside angle here and is in the B gap, but it's tough to handle one-on-one.
Lima gets that way and again. That bounces at the 22. Alfred waits. Picks it up after a 48-yard kick and nowhere to go on that return. Trevor Harris is back. Good news for Riders fans, and Britt will have more on the return when we return.
Practicing with the starters, but it took until yesterday for Corey Mace to deem him the actual starting quarterback for this matchup, and he said that just came down to Trevor and his comfortability getting back into that role, and Trevor agreed. He said it took him till about day 2 this week to actually feel like he was back into the swing of things. I asked him, did you have this game circled on your calendar when you were initially placed on the 6-game injured list? And he said, Britt, I had about 3 games ago circled on the calendar, but the thing was, I had to be patient, and out of respect to my teammates, I had to make sure that I could be effective when I came back and keep myself safe.
He's a veteran guy who knows this offense. And this time he'll come to the head to Bain. Bain pushes through, and he's got a first down for the Riders.
Well, think about the start that the Riders got. I mean, they started 3-0 with Trevor as the starter, but they were averaging 33 points a game. And I mentioned off the top that Trevor, in the first 2 starts of the season against Edmonton and Hamilton.
Misconduct penalty. Unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty. Montreal number 30. First down.
Bryce Cosby.
Well, that's one. But he threw for almost 700 yards in those first 2 games, 395, something like that, or 695. And again, you know, recognition, completion percentage, and recognition of blitz. And a lot more blitz in the league in general this year.
Handoff to Ouellette, nowhere to go. Wrapped up immediately. Berglund, among others. Take a look at this Montreal D.
Mustafa Johnson leads the group up front. He's got 5 quarterback sacks. That leads that group. We mentioned Tyrese Beverett. I just, again, he leads the CFL in defensive plays at 76. Number 2 is Roland Milligan. So we're watching 2 great ones here tonight. And then they've got the number 1 safety in the league in Marc-Antoine Ducroix, who missed the game because of a shoulder injury.
Riders drove the field on their first possession of the ball game had to settle for one after a missed field goal. Harris gets that away right near the first down marker. Myers went down.